Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. I have been sharing my professional experience, and in this, I want to share with you an experience, an incident that happened in my bank where a forensic audit was done. This relates to the uh, deposit of checks and clearing operations. Normally, when the customer deposits a check in his account, he is asked to fill up a deposit challan, and part of the deposit will be the acknowledgement to the customer. It's called a counterfoil, where the bank will acknowledge that the customer had deposited the check into his account, and the other part is the voucher for the bank to credit the customer's account after a check is realized. On the day when the incident happened, I was on leave. I was on leave for about a week for leave for concession prior to going abroad for overseas branch. That day, the chief cashier had received the phone call about an hour before the clearinghouse operations were over, and he left the bank abruptly, requesting the assistant manager to take care of clearing process. The assistant manager completed the clearing process, but then he noticed that there was one check and a challan, and challan means deposit challan on the chief cashier's table. He found that the deposit challan had been filled up in name of the chief cashier, whereas the check is favoring one of the customers of the bank. So he prepared a new deposit challan with the correct name and ledger account number, and sent the check in clearing. After he completed this, the clearing process was over, and the chief cashier returned 1 hour after the clearing time. The assistant manager had informed the chief cashier that he noticed this and asked him why it had been done like that. It appears the chief cashier got very annoyed and said, "I am a very senior staff of the bank. Why are you doubting me?" Then, after the day was over, the assistant manager had gone to Talevar. Talevar means the general secretary of the trade union, and told him about the incident. And Talevar had advised the assistant manager, "You don't worry, I will take care of it." And the chief cashier is a very good person. If he repeats this one more time, then we'll take a very serious view of that. So all these assistant manager informed me, and after some time, chief cashier also came to my cabin and said, "I felt insulted, sir. He spoke to me like that." All these were over, but then in my inner mind, I was feeling very panicky. How come the chief cashier of the bank, custodian of all cash and check, could fill up his name in the deposit challan for a check relating to a customer? I wanted to do detailed investigation, so I stayed in the branch late hours, but whenever I stayed late, chief cashier also stayed late. I could not do any investigation. So ultimately, I did an idea. I told everybody in the branch that I want to leave the office early because I have a meeting for deposit mobilization, and I'll be back in the office only next day in the morning. Having said that, I took my set of keys and walked out to the branch. After the close of office hours of the branch, about an hour after that, I returned to the branch. I saw that the branch is fully closed and locked. I was very happy about it. I opened the lock and entered the branch, locked myself inside, and I verified the deposit challan for the creditor customer's account on the day of the incident. Then I also verified the credits in the chief cashier's ledger account. There were several credits in chief cashier's ledger account for small amounts only, but several credits which are not on account of salary. So I thought we have to do some investigation. Then for the credit which the chief cashier wanted to make in his account, I noted the details of the customer from the SB ledger, name, address of the party, and I visited the party. When I went to the customer's house, I just told them I'm very happy with the support and patronage given by the customer to the bank, and I want to take feedback from the customer for improving our services. The customer informed that he is happy with the services, and he said, Sir, Chief Cashier comes to my home and takes the check to be deposited for credit of my account, and he immediately makes entry in the passbook also without waiting for the check to be cleared. And whenever I need any money, I telephone him, he brings the cash to my home and takes a check from me. So I got a clue now how the chief cashier had been operating. Then I thanked the customer and came back to the branch. The modus operandi of the fraud seems to be when the customer has some check to be deposited in his account, chief cashier will accept it and make entry in the passbook immediately. But then he will prepare a deposit challan and enter the check in his account as though he is the beneficiary of the check. And when the customer needed cash, if the balance is available in the account, he will straight away give cash after accepting the check. If the balance is not available in the account, he will prepare a deposit challan, correct deposit challan, and create a customer's account and give cash. That way he had been using money from the check to be deposited. Having noticed that, I wanted to make a further investigation, but still some sympathy was there for the chief cashier. Maybe it was a genuine mistake. Maybe he is giving a good customer service to everybody. So I requested one independent third party to conduct a credit check on the chief cashier from his locality. So when the person went to that locality, he was informed that chief cashier married 3 times. He had 3 wives and he had a huge debt to be repaid. So all this information was given to me. So I was very sure that it is a case of fraud only. He has got some financial problems, and for repaying debt, he has been utilizing the proceeds of customers' check. I wanted to inform the higher authorities, but then I want to take all the staff members also into confidence, except the chief cashier. So I had a small meeting and told them that since this incident happened on that day, we have to inform the higher authorities, and assistant manager had informed only the General Secretary Trade Union, Talaivar, and all of them advised me not to do that. They all said that we will ensure that he doesn't do it one more time, sir, and if you inform the higher authorities, your overseas posting may be cancelled, because there could be a CBI investigation and a court case also. All these will take quite some time, and the bank may not be prepared to keep the post vacant abroad for such a long time. But then I said it's okay. I will feel more comfortable if I am able to inform the higher authority than not informing and going abroad. After this happened, chief cashier, I could see that he was very uneasy every day, and I went to my higher authorities and I informed the incident and told them that a detailed investigation may be necessary. I may not be able to do this investigation. The chief cashier is around the same branch. I want him to be transferred to another location. And they heard me patiently and agreed to the request. Immediately, transfer order was issued to the chief cashier, and I called him and told him he had been transferred to another branch. Immediately he said, sir, just because an incident happened, why are you transferring me? I told him, no, this transfer is not for incident. This is a routine transfer affected by the bank. All the officers have to go through this, and nobody can remain in the same seat for a long time. But then he also tried to come. He also came to my home also, and he came to my relative's home also. I already told my domestic people that if the chief cashier comes, door should not be open, and he should be made to go out as early as possible. But they were not afraid, but then this was followed. After I informed the higher authorities and Chief Cashier was transferred, we made a detailed investigation into all the transactions in the account. Not only his account, but account of other staff members of the branch. One funny aspect of this is that one of the delayed credits given by the chief cashier for checks deposit was the check deposited in the account of the chief inspector of branches of the bank, and his daughter was one of the staff members of the branch. She also did not notice that the check in the name of her father was not credited on the same day. That was a sorry state of affairs, and if the chief cashier could do this in the account of chief inspector of branches of the bank, what an amount of audacity he should have had in going through all this. Then the next thing was to ensure that a CBI investigation is completed early. Luckily for me, one senior CBI officer was having savings bank account in our branch. I met him and told him that I have been selected for OC posting, and this investigation will go to CBI only because the person related to the incident is the officer of the bank, and I requested the CBI to complete the process investigation as early as possible. They also obliged, and investigation was completed within a period of 6 months, and court case was also filed. I gave evidence in the court as a witness, and after my evidence was over, I could go abroad. Thank you very much.